accept a return on my L'Oreal product. Apparently I'm not worth it. Old lady at the end of the pier, what's your story? When you were young, did you teach yourself how to act, get your bags packed, and head into London looking for glory? Did you think you'd meet the stars there, dance with Ginger Rogers and meet Fred Astaire? Did you start off small and find a nice pub, acting out plays above the hubbub? Did an agent discover you who wasn't an agent at all, but a pimp in a suit, playing you for a fool, but you weren't to be fooled? Oh no, you knew his game, and got out, but too late, addicted to cocaine. Did your best friend in the pub die of AIDS, which upset you and all the other barmaids? Did your addiction get worse until to get a fix, you went back to that pimp and started turning tricks? Did a real agent come along? He loved you, he'd seen you act, but the pimp told him you're a prostitute, and he tore up the contract. Did you have no money, no way to escape, so you stole a baseball bat and acquired some tape? Did you tie up that pimp and bash in his head, swinging over and over until he was dead? Did that simple act not quench your rage? And throughout London, did you go on a rampage of death? Old lady at the pier, what's your story? In your broken wheelchair, you look so poorly. I think you're just someone's nan out watching the boat sail, and not a mass murderer recently out of jail. So they open I opened my fridge this morning and the milk was off with a Rosé Tarif back in the week. Mr. Walker's, when he was young, he went up to his mum and he said, "Mum," she was a bit deaf, "Mum, Mum, Mum," and she said, "Yes, what is it?" And he said, "Mum, I've taken some vinegar and I've taken a crisp and I combined the two and I created vinegar flavoured crisps." And she went, "You've taken some vinegar from the kitchen and a crisp, I don't know where you got the crisp from your shop. You combined the two and you created vinegar flavoured crisps." And he said, "Yes, that's what I've done." And she said, "Let's see what your dad has to say about this," and grabbed him and took him to his dad and said, "Dad, you never guess what our son has done. He's taken some vinegar from the kitchen and he's taken a crisp and he's created vinegar flavoured crisps." And Dad went, "Oh, I'll take that with a pinch of salt." So I filmed my girlfriend a couple of days ago, I can't remember the name of the film. But she asked how old it was, and I said 2 years old, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe 8, well I get a laugh. Maybe 9, I really don't. Mr. Walker's, when he was young, he went up to his dad and he said, "Dad, I've taken an onion and I've taken a crisp. And I tried to combine the two and I created onion flavoured crisp." And he said, "You've taken an onion, you've taken a crisp, and you combine the two and created onion flavoured crisp." He said, "Yes, that's what I said." And he said, "See what your mum has to say about this," and grabbed him and took him to his mum and went, "Mum," because she was a bit deaf. "Mum, Mum, Mum," and eventually she said, "Yes, what is it?" And the dad went, "Now I guess what our son has done now. He's taken an onion, he's taken a crisp, and he's forgotten the joke and hasn't done the whole part of it." What he should have said was that he's taken an onion, he's taken a crisp, created onion flavoured crisp, and he's going to the top of the crisp world. And my mum says, "What's he's going to be, the big cheese?" My favourite t-shirt makes me look gay, which is not, but I'm open-minded, or so it seems that way. I went to a gay club and they let me straight in. And I said, "Well, yes, I do have a nipple ring." I danced all night until the break of day. When my t-shirt came out, blew them away. I had no idea a t-shirt could perform a lay show in a club with such a high male to female ratio. I'm not gay, with women I flirt, but I can't say the same about my favourite t-shirt. I washed it clean again and again, but it still smelled to other men see a man. My favourite t-shirt had committed no sin, but I still threw the slag into the bin. There'll be lots of random things. I have a few problems this week. I keep asking out my toilet. It's engaged. I have a few questions. If we can pay kids to act, why can't we pay them to make shoes? Another question is, can you make fizzy tea? Turns out you can't, the water goes flat. It does taste different from normal tea. I went to the doctors because the voices told me to. He said, "You're hearing things, punch me in the face," so I did. Turns out I didn't actually say that. Or that I should put his trousers down and sleep with him while he was unconscious. I'd like to tell you a horror story now. Ghost story, something that happened to me a long time ago. I was driving along a road in the dark. I saw a house. It was a night. I saw a house I thought I recognised, so I stopped and got out and went up to the front door. When I knocked on the front door, and this lady answered, and I said, "Can I come in?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Why? Why can't I come in?" And she said, "This house is haunted." And I said, Who is it who haunts this house? And she said, "You. You are the one who haunts this house." And I said, How can that be, for I'm still alive?" And she said, "Sorry, it must be these new contact lenses." And I said, Are you a ghost?" And she said, "No, ghosts don't wear contact lenses." Mr. Walker's, when he was young, his sister went up to his mum and went, "Mum!" She went, "What? You've got a hearing aid now, you don't need to shout." She went, "Sorry, Mum." But you never guess what my brother's doing now. He's got a packet of prawns. He's sorting through the prawns. He's taken out the male ones, pulling off their cocks and putting them on crisps. The mum went, "What? So you're telling me your brother's got a packet of prawns, he's sorting out the male ones, pulling off their cocks and getting them on crisps?" And the daughter went, "No, he's just putting the cocks on the crisps." And the mum went, "I understand now, let's see what your dad has to say about this." Grabbed him, took him to her dad and went, "Dad," and Dad went, "What?" And she went, "You never guess what your daughter is saying your son has done now. She's saying that he's sorting through a packet of prawns, pulling out the male ones, pulling off the cocks and putting them on crisps." And the dad went, "What? So he's..." And she went, "I'll stop you there. He's just putting the cocks on the crisps. We've already been through this." And the dad went, "Ah." And she went, "I'll stop you there again. If the next word is over your mouth, ah, she's telling tales, prawn cocktails. I'm going to divorce you." And he said, "No. I was going to say smoky bacon." Thanks, I'll be inside for